We're good.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to I Choose Anime. We're doing annoying ass anime characters today.
That's right. How do we start?
Uh,
Who's that Pokemon?
Who do we? Okay, well, I guess I'll start with my number one.
Oh,
I
you
know
numbered
normally
them.
people count these things down, but let's be honest. If Shinji is not at the top of the list,
Oh,
I'm blowing my
okay.
mind.
We're number. He's like my number 2.
I didn't number my list.
I didn't
man.
number them either.
I didn't
so
either, but he was the first one that I thought of, and I was like, he's got to be. It's him.
he's on most people's number 1. Let's be honest.
He's the number 6 I thought of though.
At least you could say he wasn't like a pointless character. I mean, he's the main character, so he has his point to the plot. He's just
So
That's the thing. He's an annoying character that's viral to the plot. That's what's fucking annoying as well. Like you are a horrible character, but we need you for the plot.
Yeah,
you
he
know,
was.
he was
brutal
whiny.
to get through.
there was like the one thing about Evangelion that had its like the robots were cool. All of the side characters were awesome. I mean, even the lady that was taking care of him. I want to say like Aunt or something. I can't really remember.
It's not. Wait, you say
Who was
aunt?
to him.
It's not his
Who-
aunt.
who
It was
was-
just. It
Who
was.
was she to him? I don't remember.
She was just somebody
Some
taking care of
chick.
him. She wasn't his aunt or anything related to him.
Yeah, but he's just stone faced or he's crying.
What
Like,
was
there's
her
no
name?
in between.
Masato, that was her
No.
name.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't see like I get it. Like he had a lot to deal with. His dad was clearly had some issues and shit. But like,
That entire
bro,
anime
get
has
it
issues.
together. And I'm like, he probably is
But-
one of the youngest. Well, not youngest. I mean, like he was like 14 years old, so he's relatively young, fighting all these fucking people and shit. But like, bro, get it the fuck together.
No, what really besides his wine and everything, there was one scene I do remember this very clearly why he's also a creep, is that there was one scene where he's in a hospital. I can't remember if it was Rin or what's the red hair name? Asuka. And he gropes them while they're in a hospital bed. I remember that scene
Yeah.
very vividly. I'm like, okay, this dude is just also fucking creepy as
Yeah,
hell.
it was. I think Ray was like getting out of a shower too at some point or something, and there's a weird segment with that.
Which
Yeah, I think it was a redhead chick.
it was Asuka. Okay, that's Asuka. Well,
Flipping him around.
but also it's weird
Yeah,
because
so-
when he does that with Ray is supposed to be like a clone of his mom too. So I'm like, this is
Yeah,
This is
kid's
creepy
got
as hell, man.
problems,
um,
This dude gives other anime people a bad name.
but this
Which is sad because it's an amazing anime. Like it's
Yeah, that's true.
phenomenal.
but
The way the storyline and stuff lays itself out, is so good. But that like character is just like a fatal flaw in it.
that
Like,
does.
it's hard to return to it because you're like, God, I gotta watch that fuck.
I'm not watching now. You know they keep making new ones too. Like they keep adding to it. I'm like, I don't want to watch the new ones because I know he's in it. So no. But Senji's like that scene. Like I said, is like one like defining character trait that makes any character annoying to me. Like my top character I probably hate most of all is
Who's that Pokemon?
I think I mentioned us in our last thing was from School Days. It's this dude Makoto, and he's annoying because all he does is sleep with random women and then fucks their head up and everything. He is just a shit character.
He's like always he's insecure. You know, he really just like his character arc is I hate myself, and yet he's the protagonist. I mean that is atypical. Most anime protagonists are overpowered badasses versus Senji, who's just
He's the
crybaby.
complete opposite. He's like the complete 180. He's just useless.
Yet his robot is so bad. I don't think his robot's the best, but I think it's the actual Evangelion is
Oh,
badass.
I don't give two shits about Shinji. Even discussing him here.
Nobody
fuck.
likes him.
No, he's pretty fucking bad. I don't think there's any list out there that doesn't have him as a top 5 hated
Yeah,
character.
he's always on there. I think he's my number one already.
He's
just
definitely in
starting
there.
off the bat.
So is he hate or an annoyance?
Hate.
No, I hate him.
He hate him completely.
It's
Just
strong
hate.
hateful.
So we're doing both hate and
Strong
annoyance. So-
dislike is probably a more appropriate wording.
all right. So then for me, the first person I thought of when we started talking about like what we want to do for this show was
Who's that Pokemon?
Foxy from One Piece. Not fucking stand. Oh,
What was this
my-
thing? What's this thing
every
called? A
time-
Foxy Beam?
He's yeah. No, the slow beat.
Oh yeah,
Man, I
okay.
don't know, man. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
don't get me
slow beat.
wrong. Foxy gave me the best version of Luffy ever, which was Afro
Oh,
Luffy.
that's true.
But I cannot stand Foxy for nothing. Like
I
every
really
time I
don't
see
like
him,
that
I'm
entire
like,
arc.
it's just he pops up like 4 times that I know of, if I remember correctly. It was like 3 or 4 times, and
What
every
the
time I see him or his stupid boat or some shit, they're always doing some dumbass contest. And his laugh, and I know One Piece is known for their bad laughs and shit, but oh my god,
Yeah, I wish
He-
I'm surprised they didn't just make it a one-off. Like this is a filler arc till we can figure out what the fuck we want to do with the main arc, and then just move along. But yeah, you're right. He came back like
3 or 4 times, yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
And
he came
it
back a
won't
lot.
go away.
And, yeah, and it's every single time he shows up, it's just like, why is he here? He's the Luigi of the fucking One Piece
Hey,
world.
people like Luigi, man. So
Not
don't come.
Luigi, Waluigi. There you go.
I don't put Luigi in that list.
I can't. I just
No.
every time I see like it, my fucking hairs on my like it's just oh my god.
But granted, like I said, there's a lot of people in One Piece who have annoying laughs. Like the worst one, I even besides Foxy, I didn't think about him really.
Who's that Pokemon?
It was the fucking vampire from the
Moria.
yeah,
Moria?
Moriarty. Okay, the fuck his name is
Okay, that whole arc was an annoyance, though.
Moaria. Yeah, the fucking vampire.
Yeah, that
He's
whole
fucking
fucking
annoying
arc.
because he's actually on my list for that damn laugh. That by itself annoyed the fuck out of me. Like I can't even watch this shit because of this laugh.
I'm a big vampire fan as far as anime is concerned, and I hated that arc.
It's
so
funny
much.
to me
It's so
how
stupid.
anime can do vampires either very well. I mean, like they had so many good ones, and then they can do really bad versions of fucking vampires, and then we get this dude from One Piece, and I'm just
Like
like,
that-
what the fuck?
I don't
I
even.
mean, we could dedicate a whole episode to One Piece. I mean, there's that one purple-haired dude.
We can just
um,
dedicate an episode just to
with
laughs
that,
alone.
with that like
I don't want to.
weird gimp mask. Yeah.
Who's that Pokemon?
No,
There's a lot.
no.
Brock has his. They all have their own
Fucking-
fucking laugh.
Yeah, they
I
do.
mean,
But there's there's a somewhat
I have
endearing
Usopp
though.
on my list.
You
You have Usopp.
Usopp on my
Oh,
list.
Usopp is on my list too.
I
As the
fucking
most.
hate Usopp. I can't stand.
I'll be
that
honest. I just
character.
ignore his character. He doesn't annoy me. I just ignore him. I'm like, all right, he's kind of
Knight the
useless.
King.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't like Nami, right? Like
I
you're
didn't like Nami at the beginning.
At the
Like
beginning.
after the time skip and everything, she's fine. I'm like, okay, Nami's better now. I'm cool with this. It was like after the time skip and pretty much after like her main story thing, like the one with Oolong, not Oolong. The fuck is the shark face dude name? Arlong. Kind of like after that, she kind of got somewhat better, and she's still progressive gets better. She knocked herself off the list. So I'm like, okay, Nami's fine.
I
but-
don't like a lot of them. Maybe that's why the time skip exists, is to make some of the characters or redesign some of the characters to make them better. Because I mean, they tried to make Usopp better, but I still find
It's
him-
impossible.
No, Usopp
He
is
was
just-
Yeah.
purposely there for you to hate. You
I
have to
think
hate
they-
somebody in the group, and he's it.
I think the time skip hurt Robin too when they did that. I'm not a big fan of the redesign for Robin.
I'm fine with it. I don't think I would dislike Robin regardless with like as far as the character design. I don't think that hurt or anything.
I
But
think Luffy got shorter
yeah, Luffy gets shorter every episode.
every arc.
By the end of
Granted,
it,
just a side thing. A lot of things happen with the time skip. Like, why the fuck does Zoro have an eye missing? Like, what the fuck happened? And
we know. Oh, well,
I-
I guess y'all might not know.
yeah, we
Never
didn't get
mind.
that far. Remember, we don't go into the sub or the
Okay,
the
so never
manga.
mind.
So,
So
yeah, I'm pretty sure they
I kinda
explained it,
know.
but I want to know what the fuck happened. Which
all right. Yeah, no. That Foxy leading into Usopp leading. It's hard when you get into this, like, because I can literally sit here for a whole day and think of annoying ass characters from One Piece. and
yeah.
go,
It really can.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
God.
just. I mean,
All right, well-
the flip that weird like ballerina guy. I mean, you could include him on.
You
there.
don't like him?
actually, I thought he was
No
funny.
way.
I thought he was funny.
No.
Okay, I'm getting off One Piece. So, the character I hate very much so is
Who's that Pokemon?
Black Star from Soul Eater. I fucking hate Black Star.
Man, you are the only one. on
I
this
don't give a
planet.
shit. He's
I
annoying
like
as hell.
Black Star.
And I hated that he got so strong. I'm like, you're fucking strong, but you're annoying as shit. And I feel so sorry for his partner.
He
You,
comes from a ninja clan.
I
I
don't
mean, like
give
his
a
purpose
shit.
is to be strong.
I give a damn. Wanted him to die so many times. I really wish the dude with the swords would have killed him.
I feel like you hate the overconfidence.
That's not the overconfidence. I'm fine with most characters being confident, but the way they get so it's the arrogance in that comes with it. Like being confident, that's one thing. Being arrogant, it's horrible. For instance, like just
Yeah,
like off the most
badass
recent
thing,
anime.
too.
First, like the most recent things like Yuno or like Asuka from Black Star, I don't find them annoying. They're confident, but Black Star is annoyingly arrogant. Especially at the beginning of the series, he's like, "I'm gonna be the best, whatever it is," and then he gets his ass kicked, or he just he fucks up so much at the beginning, and he stays that way. He does no progression.
I agree. He's not the strongest character. I mean, Death the Kid is the clear standout, or Maka. I like Maka. But Black Star, he doesn't bother me. I think I have there's a lot of lists out there that put Excalibur on there, which offends me.
That offends the hell out of me.
Excalibur is the best character in that anime.
He's made to be annoying, so his thing is fine. Also, he's not in every episode, so I'm like, okay, hints of it, like whatever.
Yeah, that kind of goes into what we were talking about. Like, I mean, there's some characters that are on these lists that are put on there, but I'm like, I don't understand the point of them being on there because they're made for that role. But they're made, and they're not in the anime that long, or they're not. They're only in there for a specific arc or time or something. So like, it's their job, right? Like, you can't put them on a list to being annoying because that's your job.
It also could be that if they have progression later on, like for instance, Black Star could remind me of like, you know how Naruto in the beginning would say believe it like every fucking episode. That was annoying, but at least he got older and progressed. That's what Black Star is. He never got older. He never progressed. He just stayed the same annoying shithead.
I don't think they did get older in that show though.
They didn't know.
I mean, I feel like all that shit happened in like 6 months.
But that's that's what that annoys me. He never developed at all. I'm like, you just stayed the same. You fuck, I hate him so much.
You're right. I mean, the partnership between him and his weapon,
I think it was Shiki,
was a little off because I'm like, man, it's kind of like total polar opposites. But I think out of the three of us, Black Star only knows you.
I fucking
hate he doesn't bother me whatsoever. Like I had no issues with him. He just struck me as the typical kind of anime character.
That was
over-exaggerated anime character.
I fucking hated him. I hate him so.
Yeah, Tsubaki is his partner. It's like Ninja Star.
Speaking of Naruto, though,
who's that Pokemon?
For being honest, though.
Oh yeah, no. Speaking of Naruto, the most annoying character on the entire planet is all of Kakashi's team. I was gonna say Sakura by herself. It's all of Kakashi's team.
I thought about it. It was Sakura and Sasuke, the two more annoying ones. Like I could handle Naruto when he gets older, but those two motherfuckers.
Halfway through Shippuden is when I kind of like turned a leaf for Naruto, and I think it's just, but like Sakura and Sasuke never got any better. I'm just like, you two are the worst people on the planet.
They really are. It's fucking annoying.
And they made the most, apparently in the Boruto, like they made the most strongest child in the world.
Oh yeah, Sadara, her
whatever the fuck her name is. She's apparently the most strongest person in the planet of Naruto.
I mean,
Sakura tends to be the one everyone hates, but being somebody who hasn't caught up on Shippuden, I don't know. She served no purpose in the first Naruto. So
she served no purpose in the second one.
So that's what I mean is she's like hardly in it. So it's not just I don't know why people find her annoying because she's not really a character that they really elaborate on.
Well, you get more into it. You kind of get more into it in Shippuden a bit. You see it kind of later, like when Sasuke finally leaves the village. How far are you in Naruto? Did you finish the actual Naruto, right? The initial run?
Yeah. So I just haven't watched.
What really got, I think what pissed more people off is that one, she had like a moment where you thought she was going to get better when she like cut off her hair and like started fighting Ino and everything. But once Sasuke left, she just became like the most annoying, never do anything crybaby of the series, always whining after Sasuke. And that's all she pretty much did for that. As opposed to what happens in Shippuden, I don't think we should get into it because we don't want to spoil it for Bassett.
Yeah, well, I assume because I didn't want to put Naruto on my list because I haven't watched Shippuden. But I found Naruto irritating.
That's fine.
The first show.
Yeah, no, he is.
Like in that first thing, he's annoying. Yeah, I agree with that completely.
And like I said, even for me, halfway through Shippuden is when I kind of like turned a leaf for him. That's like 200, 300 episodes in, where I was like, okay,
yeah, he's better. With you. That's why I said like he needs to have progression. Like you see him get older. Like he actually gets older. Like everything. Like he gets better with Shippuden.
Like, what is that? 500-600 episodes straight of him just being irritating.
Yeah, but like that first initial thing, like with just the original Naruto. No, Naruto is annoying, but
But Sakura and Sasuke do not get any better.
No, they don't.
Period.
Sasuke gets worse.
Sasuke gets strong. Don't get me wrong.
He gets strong, but he gets worse as far as attitude and personality. And
he perpetuated his childhoodness throughout the entire show. I don't think once, in my opinion, did he ever like take a step back and go, okay, he does toward the end and shit, but like throughout the whole show, he's just one thing after another. He never sets his eye off of like this whole revenge thing.
He's quite literally that fucking emo kid that you're just like, just shut up, just shut the fuck up, dude.
So Naruto, based on what I'm hearing, the main 3 characters of the show are the most annoying.
Yes,
I mean, because you spend very little time with some of the other characters.
Yeah,
but
you really do. But the thing about Shippuden is the story of what's happening envelops you so much that you can, for the most part, get over it. Mm-hmm. And then once you see kind of like Naruto's power progression and how they bring in the other tailed beasts and shit, it really kind of makes you go, okay, I can actually love this show a lot.
And also it's very touching. Like some of the moments in there are like really touching and everything. So you actually like really feel like where they're coming from. So the show and like story is real good.
And they also show the growth of the other ninjas that he was part of with, like the other team members and stuff. Because they have to like team him up with other teammates and stuff. So you get to see, and then you kind of going to revert back to some stuff they did in Naruto, but like in a better way. But yes, the main 3 characters are the fucking most annoying.
That sounds like it, yeah. We're going to focus on these shitty characters for all of the anime. But yeah, I think the highlight is probably the side characters. It's another one of those.
Some of the side characters you want more of the side characters.
Yeah, like
Shikamaru.
Gara, is that?
Wait.
Yeah, like
Shikamaru. You talk about Kiba? Wait, who?
Gara. What's
Gara.
Name? Sandboy.
That's Gara. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Gara.
Okay.
Oh,
I like him.
Then you should not watch Boruto because what they do to Gara is fucking weird.
I don't like the fuck they wait. Like his fucking face changes in Shippuden. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you, bro?
I'm fine with how he looks mostly in Shippuden.
Is it the picture I saw of Boruto? I don't know.
No, I think the one
I saw pictures of him, and I'm like,
oh no, that's not Shippuden. That's Boruto. That's what he looks like in Boruto with that fucking weird haircut.
Christ.
Yeah, they fuck him up for some real reason. So no, I never. Okay, just Boruto. Just never gonna watch that. Never.
So sidelining on that.
Who's that Pokemon?
I have Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh on here.
You didn't like Joey?
So I think as a kid, it didn't bother me because I wasn't interested in the characters in Yu-Gi-Oh anyway. I was more interested in seeing like Blue Eyes and shit. But as an adult, if you go back to that show and revisit it,
I definitely rewatched it.
Yeah, I've watched it before. Like, yeah.
I can't stand him.
That's funny.
Very Yugi.
You talking about the accent that annoys you, or is just his character?
No, his character is very irritating. I find that most of the time he's not actually good at what he's doing. He's just lucky.
Yeah, that's his entire deck. His deck revolves around luck. That's his gimmick.
Pretty much Yugi also, like if you really come down to it, he's just fucking lucky.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
The card shit.
It's weird because getting into the stupid like lore of that is like Yugi has a reason why he gets lucky on draws. It's because of the puzzle. His puzzle. No, because of the puzzle. The whole thing about it, it gives him. It's an extra addition of luck or whatever. So they have some kind of reason why.
I have to listen to them say "Heart of the Cards" one more goddamn time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like he gives us some good shit, like Red Eyes Black Dragon and stuff, and there's some good moments in there. But overall, I do not like. Also, his hair bothers me. It's really fucking weird.
Out of everybody's hair in all the anime, that bothers you? Like,
it doesn't look like it's supposed to fit his head. Also, how long is it? It like goes into his collar, and like, is it underneath all the way down to his back?
I thought, okay, that
tucks it into his penis.
The fact that's annoying. So okay,
weird. Like it's the size of a truck for a head that's the size of a pea.
The fact that his hair, out of all anime characters, annoys me. Like his hair is not the worst anime hair I've seen.
So they were annoying, I guess, for the most part. But I do have people from Yu-Gi on there. It was the dinosaur and the bug dude.
Oh, Rex and Weevil.
Yeah, I didn't like them. They weren't like
they were Bulk and Skull
distractions, but they weren't. I'm like, why do you people keep popping? Like, go away.
They
Yeah, I
literally
thought
do
about
without
putting Weevil on here too, but he's not in it that much except for like the beginning, as far as
Yeah,
I
that's why I was like, I
remember.
he
didn't know if I wanted to
comes.
put him on my list, but I was like, ah, there's
No,
really
they
no.
come back
Yeah.
at the last arc with the Atlantis thing. Like they're a pretty big part of that. I remember.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
remember.
think I've watched past the Egyptian guy.
Merrick.
That stuff.
Eric.
Yeah,
Because
American.
there's after Merrick, there's the Atlantis thing, and they go back to Egypt for the final arc.
Because
Of course.
I don't think I watched past his arc because I haven't watched it really since I was a kid, but I've watched season 1 since I was a kid, and it doesn't really, I think, sit.
Granted, I think
or is as well or put together as it was when I was a kid. I still like his arc. I like the Merrick arc still, but I think season 1 is just kind of messy.
also
Yeah,
season one is
especially
like the
first
messiest.
episode.
It is messy because that's also like a real '90s shit when they were still figuring out how to make the card games. So they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah, and it's correct me if I'm wrong, but it's also a dubbing error.
Oh yeah,
Um, there's some issues with like how they talk to each other that just doesn't really seem to work.
yeah because
You know,
oh yeah
like,
because it
that's
was
something somebody would say.
it was dubbed by 4 kids. Like you remember how One Piece was really dubbed or like had like weird edits like Sanji's cigarette or whatever it was a sucker. Because it was
Mhm.
4 kids, they screwed up the dubbing and like some of the animation because they didn't like, for instance, like the Shuttle Realm crap. It wasn't called the Shuttle Realm in like the manga or the sub. It was actually called Hell or whatever. So they really did screw up the dubbing for a bit of that. That might be.
Yeah,
that
I
might
mean,
be
my
a reason.
favorite thing about season 1 was Pegasus, but I liked the Toon World and shit like that. But also,
Toon
I
World
like
was pretty
Kaiba.
cool.
I've always been a fan of Kaiba, and yet he loses every time he fights.
He
He's
only,
the Vegeta
he
of the
only,
world.
he only loses to Yugi. That's the only
He
person
really
he
is
loses
the
to.
yeah, he is the Vegeta of the world. Yeah, but that one moment loses in episode 1. That moment defines his character, and yet he's still cool because he's basically Vegeta / Bruce Wayne of
Yu-Gi-Oh world.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, granted, he's probably better because he made
Yeah.
billions off of a card game.
Well, it's also easy to like him because he has a dragon deck.
True, yeah.
So, I mean, people like dragons, so he's easy to
I
like.
like dragons.
I didn't find anybody in Yu-Gi-Oh really annoying. Like the entire show is like somewhat dated because it's like 90s and stuff, but I don't find them annoying. I'm like, it's just that part of the times at that point, so I can accept it.
It could just be that dating, but
Yeah.
what do you all have on y'all's list? Who's next?
Next one I have is
Who's that Pokemon?
Lucy from fucking Fairy Tail. I fucking hate Lucy. She's like she's all over the place. Fuck
Another
this.
one where we don't agree.
I don't give a damn. She's annoying as hell. She's
The
useless.
For the 7 people that will ever listen to this show, I just want you to understand. Both of Donovan's people on his list are people me and Bassett don't agree with.
Don't give a damn if
so
y'all agree
far.
with it or not. The other characters I'm gonna start listing, y'all barely know. So I'm like, this is definitely one big one. But fuck Lucy, she's really annoying. She narrates and she does everything, but she also, it feels like she doesn't particularly have any actual power. She just relies on keys and spirits. I'm like, this is
Lucy's the
bullshit.
main character.
She can
You
piss
gotta
off.
love
Well,
her.
I mean, that's her power.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
her
Is
thing.
it her
These
power?
keys.
She's borrowing power. She's not doing
I
anything.
mean, I mean, she's summoning him with her magic energy.
I
So
don't-
yeah.
at this
that's
point, I
her
don't think
power.
I don't think she's summoning any damn body. They also ignore her a lot because she's annoying,
No, the only one that ignores her is the fucking fish.
which I respect that so
Mermaid.
much. Like, yes, just fucking drown her. Just
I
drown
think
her.
the hate for Lucy from you is just a little extra.
She,
Yeah,
How-
'cause she's not. I don't find her irritating. She doesn't do anything in the show that I find annoying because she serves a purpose in the show. I mean, there's a whole arc dedicated to her.
doesn't make it a good character. A
You
whole
know,
arc
it's
does
not-
not make a good character.
There's actually 2 different arcs dedicated to her because even in the newer seasons, they've added her keys are important to the lore. You know, it's
I guess I can't-
she's important to Fairy Tail because she's also basically the main character. It starts and ends with her.
We've established that being a main character doesn't make you not annoying.
That's true.
We've
It doesn't
established
make
this.
you good.
Hmm.
Who's that Pokemon?
And I guess true honesty, I mean, his hate for her is like my hatred for Rukia from Bleach. Because
Yeah.
man, I cannot stand Rukia for shit.
Yeah, and that's a character that doesn't bother me at all because I also think
She's
I think they're weak characters. I don't think that they're annoying.
and that's the proof is that Rukia and Lucy are both in like very important to their story and into their anime, but doesn't make them not annoying. Because Lucy annoys me because one, I don't like her voice. I don't like how she acts as a character. She serves no particular purpose in the overarching story to me. She can have arcs, that's fine, but doesn't overall help the entire anime for me. She's just there.
Yeah, I guess it's my same hate for Rukia, because I'm just like,
picked...
Rukia only served one purpose, and after that I was like, all right, you give Ichigo's powers, now die.
Fairy Tail is one of those animes that I have very few characters that annoy me. I mean, I think Uchiha or whatever his name was, man, that guy he's funny for a moment, but it gets really fucking old after a while. But he's also an Ex Machina character.
But that's like he's not in there enough to annoy me. Like he's in there sparingly, but Lucy's in there constantly annoying the hell out of me.
Well, that's why I didn't put him on the list. But because he has the boat, that he is that character that they need to move the plot along. Or okay, so how are the characters going to get from this island to the next? Well, suddenly he shows up. You know, it's
the flying boat.
Yeah. So he's I to be fair, of all the characters in Fairy Tail, I think Gray is maybe my least favorite.
I agree with you on that one.
I like the powers, but Gray is irritating
because he never uses them right.
Yeah, because he also is. They like to tease his character like he's may or may not be a bad guy, but he's always a good guy.
Always.
Like, despite the fact that they're always like, oh, maybe he's actually going bad. Nope, he's good. He's fine.
I don't dislike Gray at all. I'm fine with Gray at this point. He's the counterpoint to Natsu, so I'm fine with Gray. There's
who's the chick? The ice chick on your background?
Wait, on the background.
No,
that was just up. Esdeath?
Yeah, yes. Esdeath.
Why didn't he use his powers like her?
Okay, that's Esdeath. You can't compare Gray to Esdeath. Not at all.
You can.
No, you can't.
They both have ice powers. I
don't give a damn. No, because Esdeath is a badass. Fuck that.
That's exactly. Like, why couldn't
we need to have
powers like that?
There was already a death battle. They already had one between them. They already had a death battle between Esdeath and Gray. Esdeath kicked his ass.
Win?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. His powers are so. My imagination.
Like, no, don't ever come. I don't even hate Gray, but don't compare Esdeath and Gray. Like that's no.
Are you even listening? I didn't compare them, you fool. I said, why couldn't he use his powers like her?
He can't. He just can't. Okay, that's
not an answer.
Yeah, that's the only answer you need at this point.
What do you mean?
So we need a death battle between Natsu, Gray, and Todoroki. That's what we need.
Wait, why? Wait, what? Oh, because of the fire. Okay.
Fire and ice.
So those two versus him.
Yeah. That seems.
Yeah, but the way he uses his fucking ice, like Todoroki, he makes a skyscraper of ice. I bet. I don't think Gray's really done that a single time.
Gray does some interesting things with ice, but I don't think that would be a fair fight because Todoroki can't use both of them at the same time. So he would have to be switch.
The only time Gray is interesting is when he fights his dad. Like that's probably the best moment with Gray. And there's some stuff towards the end, like the last season, that is okay.
I'm about to say he gets some interesting powers like towards the end. So because he has a new.
But I feel like his plot is just, when can I use this thing that killed my master? And so he can kill himself. I feel like that's his whole plot, is just, when can I use this ultimate attack to kill myself?
The only time he's just
constantly skirting it
is when he's with Juvia. That's the only time.
Well, the other thing is they introduce, like, what was it, his friend or brother, the guy
he grew up with and trained with.
He grew up with.
Yeah, step brother.
And he is a better version of Gray than Gray is.
I don't know. Like after that initial meeting between them two, he kind of got annoying too.
Maybe they just can't work out the ice powers in the fucking Fairy Tail. Maybe that's it. But
I hate both ice people from Bleach and from Fairy Tail. Can't stand them.
I don't dislike Rukia. She's fine. I have no problem with Rukia at all.
Fucking useless.
And granted, her powers are subpar. Like she doesn't do anything for the most part. Like, she's not strong at all. She's for the most part useless. But
Rukia is different. Yeah, I don't really know why she's around. Like a lot of times she'll just disappear for several episodes and just abruptly show up, and because I guess
her stupid cat drawings
or two. Yeah, I put for Bleach. If we're talking about Bleach, I put the dolls.
Oh, like Cone
I
and all them. Like
I hate them
No.
so much. Every time they're in the scene, I just no, get the fuck away from me.
they are annoying because after a while, Cone stops serving any kind of purpose.
I actually
he's-
really dislike Uryu too.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
I am not a fan of him whatsoever. He's just so irritating. I'm a Quincy. I'm a Quincy. I'm Quincy. I get it, motherfucker. You've said that we're 200 episodes in. You're still reminding everybody who the fuck you are. Like I don't. It's so irritating to me. And
I
those
didn't find
dolls, yeah, they can fuck off.
I
Those
didn't.
dolls
I didn't
can
mind
fuck off
Oreo.
for many
He was
reasons.
fine.
I don't even
That's
remember
also
the doll.
the dolls. They had a whole arc, like filler arc with the dolls too, where they trap them in like a maze and stuff.
Oh, yeah, the gate to hell opened up.
Yeah, I can't remember the technical name for what they are, but they just have like those pills in them or whatever that.
Because I think that's what they actually are. There
No,
are pills, like their
no.
pills hold their soul or fake souls, whatever. But I
Yeah.
don't find the dolls annoying. Like they serve no purpose, like most of these characters. But again, they don't play a big enough plot for the most part. Cone is annoying because he keeps popping up in every episode and saying stupid crap. But
He's also a pervert.
yeah,
He's one
he
of
is.
those characters.
Any character that has any kind of perverted
Mod
thing.
Soul.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay.
Mod Souls. That's
There
what
you
I
go.
know.
Yeah. I don't know. Bleach is. I get that Rukia is irritating, but I think there's, as far as Bleach, it's drowned out with one too many irritating characters for me.
I don't
I
find.
think, like I said, the fucking mod souls are irritating. There's some of the villains are really irritating, like because there's a lot of arcs in Bleach that are just, can I get past this? Like the bounce.
They have a lot of
and-
filler
Yeah.
arcs, so
Yeah. The bounce
But-
are really, really irritating, and that's a main.
that's mostly an
It's-
arc
Or it's
though.
a filler that goes on too long. There's a weird like ninja arc that I'm on right now, and it's just not.
But
sitting
those
well
are
with me.
more arcs, not so much as characters. The characters in an arc could be annoying, but those are arcs that just fucking annoying that we didn't need.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just I wish they put more focus on like the actual lore,
Sure.
like the Soul Society and all that stuff. I mean, even if you have arcs that are fillers, build fillers that are at least within that lore instead of we're just going to introduce some random vampires. We need vampires in the mix now.
I think you get more of that with the last arc they're about to do, which comes out next year. We'll see. But I don't mind Ruki, and there's no other character that in Bleach that annoys me. Even Oryu, he might be someone a bot or something. I don't find him annoying.
No, it's terrible.
I don't like it either.
I do have a character I think that all three of us can agree on. I'm gonna cross
Yeah.
my fingers and hope
Give us
so.
one of those so we stop fighting.
Who's that Pokemon?
And in my opinion, it's the for Full Metal Alchemist, it's the dad who with the little girl and the dog.
Oh, Tucker. Everybody. Okay, that's
dare you.
definitely like everybody fucking hates him. There's no question that everybody hates that
How-
fucker.
How dare you? I thought you were gonna say Van Holenheim or whatever
Hol-
the fuck his name is.
Hohenheim.
What? Yeah.
His name is
there you
Hohenheim.
Oh.
It's
go. I thought,
didn't-
you
No,
said
I
the
didn't
dad,
mind
I
him.
was like, oh.
Hohenheim is he's fine. He's probably
Yes,
a
I didn't
shitty
mind
dad, but he's
Yeah,
fine.
he's a
No,
terrible
I don't
dad.
find him annoying either because he just said the Full Metal Alchemist dad.
But no, everybody agrees Tucker's a piece of shit. Everybody hates him.
See,
Like
that's what
no,
he's been on.
there's nobody in any anime community that says, "Oh, he's a good person." No, fuck him.
He is probably the worst type of father ever, and probably the worst type of because he does it without any compassion. Like,
Well,
he's
Because
just like,
he thinks what he's doing is right.
Well, it's no, because it's really stupid. Because if you like remember the episode, he did it to his wife the first time when he made the first Chimera,
yeah,
and then he did it so his daughter, whatever, they can maintain their lifestyle or whatever. But then his reason is stupid because he does it to maintain his lifestyle for his daughter, but then sacrifices his daughter. Like, you dipshit of a character.
and I don't think it would. I don't know, man. I mean, I understand how bad it was, but I don't know how bad it would have been if it wasn't for when we met the Chimera version, and then it's like, "Kill me."
Oh
or
yeah,
N-word when whatever she said. Like I don't know how much it amplified it because of that scene right there.
it
Like, 'cause
was.
that's like I don't remember what she says, but I do remember her being like, just there and looking
Actually,
at Ed, and like that fucking killed me.
it wasn't even that. It was like when Ed realizes what happened. Like his slow reaction to it is like just fucking heartbreaking. Like, oh shit.
Yeah,
It's
like that
just
whole part, like it was just hard. But I was like, I don't know how much it would have hurt if we never got any of that. Like if we never
What was
got
it like? Do you want
and
to
moved
play
on.
with me or something? Is what it said.
wait, what?
Um, didn't it say like
Play
that's
with
how Ed
me
figured
or
it out?
Edward.
Or Ed play with me or something. I can't remember.
No, I
exactly
remember
what
because
it was,
the
but-
first where he tries to make the Chimera like his daughter say Edward, same so it says Edward and all that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but I think at some point it does say probably kill me in Brotherhood
I
when
thought
it
it
finds
did.
Scar. It probably says it in Brotherhood when
Brotherhood,
Scar
that's
finds her.
Brotherhood.
And
Yeah,
Scar
shit was
fucks
hard.
that dog. Like he just straight kills that dog and leaves it platter against the wall.
If you look up Nina Tucker on like on Google and stuff, there's like a whole bunch of cosplays and stuff that people made of their dogs.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny.
Actually, continuing with Brother, not so much Brotherhood, but actually just Full Metal Alchemist, like the regular one. I hated Wrath, the kid version of Wrath in the original one. That little fucker was annoying as hell to me.
I'm trying to remember who it was.
It was the
Oh, okay,
teacher's.
yeah.
It was the
one
teacher's
with, like, the-
kid.
like the
Oh,
cut off shirt.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
Ed's arm and leg. He was annoying as shit. Like I'm like, this fucker is just a rampaging. Like he's just throwing a tantrum. That's all he did.
I did like the arm and the leg though. I mean, that was probably the only good thing about it. That I like that they built that into the story.
Like it was
That-
fine.
That's what happened to Ed's arm and leg. You know.
I mean, technically that was Pride in the other one.
The kid.
Yeah. I mean,
Granted,
Yeah.
he was this more, but granted, Pride in that one was kind of like dementedly weird. Like he was like the original, like the first one cut off. So for some reason, for me, like that, he was actually like terrifying as a kid with all these fucking powers. But Wrath was just throwing tantrums. That's all he did was throw tantrums. Like the Pride didn't do that in Brotherhood at all. He was like pretty much independent. He went off by himself and did whatever the fuck he wanted when he wanted to.
Yeah.
But Wrath in like the original one, he was just annoying as hell. And also he made Sloth the version of like Ed and Elle's mom in that version, pretended to be his mom. It just got so fucking annoying. I'm like, fuck this kid. I'm done with it. I was happy when he actually died or whatever the fuck happened to him.
Yeah. There's I don't really remember a whole lot of irritating. I mean, Tucker was irritating also.
I hated
because
Tucker. He's more of a
what he
hate.
was doing didn't make any fucking sense, but also the fact that he did that to his daughter is shit. But I don't remember many irritating kids. I mean, that's a good testament, I guess, to the anime that there's like barely any really irritations in that anime besides, I guess, it was Envy, right? Or no, you said Wrath.
It was
Envy
Wrath.
also had the cutoff, didn't she?
Envy, yeah, Envy did have cutoffs. Yeah, he had she because he doesn't remember what the hell he looked like initially. He had a crop top and cutoffs. Yeah,
right. Yeah, they had a similar.
But
outfit,
I liked Envy because he had whatever his sex is or was or whatever. He had identity issues, but he was also like really fucking fierce. Like the rivalry he had with Ed in both versions, he was pretty badass for the most part.
Yeah, but it's a good like overall anime. Like the characters aren't that.
Oh no, yeah. Brotherhood Brotherhood by itself is just probably one of the top animes of all time.
Yeah.
Who's that Pokemon?
But
what
else we got on
about
my list?
Misa from Death Note?
Oh, I fucking hate
Oh,
Misa.
yeah.
That's as much as I love Death Note. Misa is the fucking worst fucking character. She's actually on my
Misa
list. I was gonna break.
Misa was pretty fucking bad.
I gotta admit, I barely remember her, like anything in that show. Like I remember the plot and stuff, just because I also watched that fucking live action, which was a mistake. But
Let me put. She would be Sakura if Sakura went with Sasuke.
I just remember her being stone-faced, nothing character.
Really?
No, that's not her at
kinda
all.
how
No.
In my head, I picture her just sitting silently.
No, she
No.
did the opposite of that.
Yeah.
She listened to him for everything, but she was like a fangirl times 100.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
pretty much
that.
her character.
She was a Jeff fangirl. Like, and what's weird is that you find out like she's actually fucking smart and everything, but she plays the idiot.
I
almost
hate
all the time.
when animes do that. Like they completely take away from the character because they're like in love or they have a fondness for this person or whatever. Like the character becomes shit.
But
Because like if they didn't do that with her, she would have been a great
yeah,
actual partner,
because
and they
like
really. I think they could have defeated L, but because of that, it's not gonna happen.
it's weird because like in the first time you find out Misa, she finds out who Kira is. Like she finds out who Light is and everything. She does her own fucking work. So you see like she's smart, but she plays stupid after that. Like she completely granted she gets used by Light, which he uses everybody. But
He
Misa makes no sense because she's actually for the most part smart in her own right. And that's what annoys me. She could have been so much more of a better character, but she just gets annoying and she just doesn't do shit. She just goes along with it. It's fucking annoying.
She was hard to watch. Like every time she popped up on the screen, I'm like, oh,
It was also her personality was also annoying because she was like that bubbly personality in this otherwise dark anime. So that kind of threw me off a little bit from her because I'm like, you don't fit very well in this kind of like dark ass anime for some reason because of this how bubbly she was. Not so much that she was bubbly, but she was too bubbly as a person.
I don't think that was the part that bothered me. It was the fact that she was just over the top fangirl. I just didn't like the fact that every time something happened, she's just like, I can do it all for you. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up, Instagram.
I feel like she was like the annoying cheater. That's what I think of.
Yeah.
That's literally what I think of when I think of her.
It's irritating. And the last one I'll say, and then you guys can do your list.
Who's that Pokemon?
Was Griffith from Berserk.
Oh, he's just a hated character.
I have a strong.
Isn't that the point?
Hate.
That he's supposed to be hated?
Yeah, I think that's
true.
He's pretty fucked.
I get that it's like a really dark anime or manga, and I understand all that. And I know I made the point of like he's there for that point, but holy shit. Yeah. I think it was a part where like he raped that girl, and I was like, I'm done.
When he betrayed of him and then raped Berserk's.
Yeah, like he fucking. They helped him, and then he's just like, no, everything is mine. I'm gonna become overpowered. I'm gonna take your girl in front of you, and I'm just gonna keep fucking up your life.
He also had like part of the fucked up nature of him is that he also had like a smile on his face, and he was very self-righteous. Like everything he thought, he was just like, I'm an angel in the demon world type of thing.
Yeah, I'm doing this because I can fix it all and I can make the world better.
Yeah,
the ideology part of that was just like, oh my god, I hate you so much.
And those like self-righteous characters tend to be irritating, I think, in general. I mean, that is the point, though. I think he's supposed to be irritating, so it works, I guess, because he is irritating.
He's like Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because Joffrey's character, by itself, the acting's amazing and stuff, and it does what it's supposed to do, irritate the shit out of the watcher. That's why that guy gets like death threats and shit, which is a shame. But
it's like it's one of those things. He's supposed to be hated. You're not supposed to ever like what he did or anything. But
that's the same. So Griffith is that.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. I just really hate him.
No, you're right. Rightfully so. He's supposed to be hated.
Fucking hate him so much.
Okay.
So I guess it's
But actually, the characters that you're not, I guess, not supposed to hate. For instance, like I know Shazad, you've watched Rise on the Serial Hero.
Mm-hmm. I hate everybody.
You hate everybody except for like the main characters. Like the three
of them.
And Bastard, you'll see this when you watch it because this is not spoiler or anything. But like the three other heroes that he goes there with are just fucking idiots. They don't listen, and also Miss Bitch or whatever the fuck her name is, she's fucking the worst character. Those four characters.
That anime hurt me in my soul, and like that one, I was just so like Bastard, you need to watch it, but like. Man, you really feel so bad for him.
Yeah,
like, I just showed up here. Like, what the fuck?
And this thing, it's weird because what happens to him, you have a right to feel this way and do what the hell you're doing because they really did fuck him over. So just those three fucking heroes.
OP,
he's fucking good, but
he's OP as fuck.
But
you need to like that should be the next anime.
It really is good. That's a good anime.
I guarantee when this is gonna be like, it won't be a big anime. But it's going to be one for the books, I feel like. I think the story is amazing. I think it really gets you invested.
Season 2 is coming out. So.
I think it has a lot of pluses going for it.
It does. It's good. It just progressively continues to get better. Like, it's good.
I don't think like an anime that has like it started off great and is getting better every single one. Most like of them, like they start off like and then like they get better. Like Doctor Stone is another good one that's like started off amazing and keeps getting better.
Yeah. So Rising Zero, hands down, think I didn't. So I'm not going. Didn't want to go into too much, but those characters annoyed the fuck out of me. Those are like three of the big ones.
Here too, I put the entire cast Rise of the Shield Hero.
Which is fucking weird. Like that's one anime where almost the entire cast is annoying, but it's like still a good anime.
I fucking hate everybody. But the main, it's like the opposite of Naruto, where
the main
Naruto,
three characters.
The main three are the good ones, and everyone else sucks. So that's nice.
Following up with Hero, like the other character I have, which I say is annoying, but she has a right to be annoying. Like this is like her character. And I'm pretty sure both of you are just like cautious Hero.
Oh, the angel.
Yeah, the angel. She's annoying, but she's supposed to be for the most part, and it's more funny that she's annoying. That's
put her on my list because, like I said, she was more of a comedy relief.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I put her in like a separate list of annoying characters, but rightfully annoying. Like it fits in.
Yeah, she was definitely irritating in some parts, I think, but like she definitely came out from the back and was like, okay, she was worth it.
I think that's because we watched Blood Lab where characters were annoying for whatever reason, but they didn't have any right to be. Like they didn't like you're just annoying to be annoying and it doesn't work. Her annoyance works with the story. Because if
we watched a new anime yesterday, are you putting the chick on there, the one with the backpack?
I didn't initially. I didn't, and unless I finish the anime, unless she gets better, she would be on that list. But I don't even remember her name. I don't even want to look it up at this point.
Haribel, I don't know, something like that.
I don't know. If I finish the anime and she stays that annoying, she would make that list. But
Basta, you got any?
Yeah, I put 3 for Dragon Ball Z.
All right, I got 1 for Dragon Ball Z. Let's see if the one is
Bobbity.
Okay.
The Sword Boy.
The Sword Boy.
What's his fucking name? He's barely in it.
That
he's always on the tower with that cat.
Oh, Yajirobe.
Yes, and Oolong. Those are
the 3 side characters that you barely ever see.
Bobbity's a main villain, though.
He gets killed off fairly early.
He does.
Yeah, he does, but I find them extremely irritating, just as a whole, in that anime. Every time they show Yajirobe, it's very irritating, and he's somebody who pretends he's tough but avoids a fight, and that I find those characters in animes tend to be irritating because they have them every now and then. It's the tough guys who puff their chest out and look, I have a sword, but when it comes to an actual fight, he just fucking takes off.
He runs away. Literally, yeah, he's the fastest man on the earth.
I mean, the only good point about him is he's always hiding. So if everybody else is dead, he has senzu beans.
Did you hate the fact that he survived like in Trunks' timeline?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense why the most powerful beings
best runner ever
die, but not that fucker. But that and like Oolong is same kind of. Oolong's like the pervert of the anime, and I guess
Master Roshi is the pervert of the fucking anime.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess there's a trend with that. Is while it's maybe occasionally funny, those tend to be irritating characters. Roshi is not. I don't find Roshi irritating.
He's not. No.
He can be though. There are times he can be.
There's a time everybody in the anime can be annoying. Like the anime is aside from action, it's all comedy.
Yeah. See, I'm a little sad you didn't put so I put Videl as my most annoying character from DBZ.
Really?
Because I could not stand her when we first introduced her.
I could see that where she kept trying to figure out who Gohan is and everything.
Yeah, and like that part of Videl is like stuck in my brain. So when I think like even though like she's better and shit, like the introduction and like all that part when they were like younger for the most part, like that wasn't like even like Cyberman or like Gohan's Ultra
Saiyan Man, that fucking was annoying. Man, that was annoying.
Was, like irritating, and then so was Scholar Gohan. Like everything that Gohan did after that he beat Cell was irritating.
I think that's just bad character development at that point. That's just he
went after what Chi-Chi wanted, right? So like that's what that led to that, and I completely understand. But man, I'm like, dude, what happened to you? You were so cool in Cell, and then like we got you like you're in a jogger suit.
We can go over this in another discussion of why I think Gohan went that route, because I actually have an idea what we could do for another episode for discussion. So, but I do agree that what Gohan route did become annoying and like kind of disappointing.
I think
But
when Gohan became an adult, until like Super came along, he was pretty irritating. I mean, there was that moment where he became, I guess, Super Gohan or whatever, fighting Boo, Super Boo.
Dude,
But
his workout levels are ridiculous. Like he's really buff, but there's like no fucking middle.
yeah, yeah.
oh,
I mean, the most irritating Gohan's been is probably GT. I do like GT on a side note,
I
but
fucking hate GT.
I
fuck,
do
fuck all
I
of
agree
I
with you.
GT.
do
That's
think that Gohan was garbage in that because he was just a nerd. He was just a businessman, family guy, and it doesn't fit with the type of family he was raised in. But I guess maybe that's the point.
It,
But
it fits because of Chi Chi.
clearly they didn't like where that went because so when
No.
they did
So
Super,
again,
he
I
became good again.
again I don't want to get to this because we do a Dragon Ball episode, but the reason
Yeah.
Gohan became how he did was because there was backlash against Toriyama because Gohan was supposed to be the main character after the Cell Saga when Goku died, and fans for the most part hated that direction. They didn't like it at all. So Toriyama had to go back on what he wanted to do with Gohan and brought Goku back. So that's why Gohan became what he was. So there's a whole reason why. So you can blame more fans for that, not so much Toriyama.
PG fans.
So
Bad fans.
that's what
Bad
happened.
fans.
So the reason Gohan became like so annoying or irritating was because of that. So I would blame more like the 80s, 90s fans who watched Dragon Ball and wanted Goku back. Right, another day Toriyama fulfilled like that thing of letting Gohan become the main character. That's it.
I also put on here on my list Jesse and James from Pokemon. I think they're the definition of
Okay.
irritating.
No, everybody
I
in
think
fucking
it's also
Pokemon is
'cause
irritating.
well, that's true. Yeah, it's hard to find. The Pokemon are the best part, but the characters themselves are shit.
You know, I would
But
argue that Ash is the most annoying because he's a fucking idiot.
I agree, but I
never
think
know who Jesse and James are.
Jesse and James, their script is always the same. It never fails. They never get interesting ideas. It's just and Meowth would make that list too, I think. But top 3 right there.
I would still
But
argue
it's they just show up, they say their little, Jesse James. They do that and then they fuck off.
they're the only constant in Pokemon though. Ash is just overall just an idiot. Not especially like the first series and everything. He's just stupid as hell. Like it's painfully stupid to watch him most of the time.
Yeah.
He's just painful to watch. Period.
Like it's
Yeah, but he's also the character, not because he's the main character. I mean, we've already addressed that can be irritating, but his Pokemon and stuff is what it makes it Pikachu and stuff.
even then he uses them in a stupid ass way. He sends out Pikachu against a Geodude or Onix, but like that's not a good type coverage. You dipshit. He knows
Ash
it.
doesn't bother me early on because he's a nothing character, but I think later and some of the stuff that I've watched for Pokemon in like later episodes and things after the second movie is he kind of falls apart as a character. Like he becomes uninteresting too because he's been around forever. He's always the main character.
And they try.
I saw this meme where it was like, they showed Ash next to the cast of Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's like, our show, and it's like Yu-Gi-Oh was talking. He's like, our show has, protagonists, so you can grow with it, and different generations can love it. And you got Ash, who's fucking been 10 for 100 years, motherfucker. And that's the point. I think that's where another reason like Pokemon kind of fell off. It's like I want a new character. I want a new team.
Really
I want new everybody. I'm tired of Pikachu.
They really should. Even if they kept a Pikachu as the main like thing, not Ash's Pikachu, but if you made like each protagonist have a Pikachu, I'm like that's fine. You keep your mascot. That I can understand that, but you should have went with a main character for each season. But Ash is just fucking stupid. I can't stand Ash.
And I always love the different things you see of like them like with Team Rocket having a different disguise, and everyone's like, it's like kind of like watching Dora the Explorer. It's like, where's the mountain? Bitch, it's behind you. It's the same thing with like Jesse and James. Like you see these costumes, you're like, oh, it's Jesse and James. And then when they take off their mustache, you're like, Ash is like shocked beyond belief.
Yeah, that's one thing that's stupid. Like you never realize it's Jesse and James, no matter how many years went by. Still them, man. Just
everyone stayed the same age. Everyone.
It's really dumb.
Except I think Ash grew a mustache in Aloha.
Ash, they downgraded his design. Like he became stupid, dumber in design.
From 1040p to fucking 60. Ridiculous. Let's see. I have. Oh wait, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't even know how much y'all remember this, but not Ultimate, but the original Hellsing.
Yeah.
I put Ceres Victoria on here. I think she is somebody that they like to focus on, but I feel like doesn't benefit the anime whatsoever because all we care about is Alucard. But she's brainless. She's one of those dumb characters. She's pretty wussy, terrified of everything. And then in Ultimate, she's a badass. But
I remember that. I'm like, that's what, I'm probably remembering that version of her rather than
Yeah, I was like, I don't. It's kinda
Ultimate,
like
she's the one that's like has guns and actually, I think she becomes a vampire towards the end of it.
I thought
can't
she was a
remember
vampire at the
everything.
beginning because
I
doesn't
thought
it
she was
start
a
off?
vampire. I think
Yeah,
she was a
beginning.
vampire in like episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, she was like pretty much
Maybe.
the beginning of it. She was a vampire.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's hard to
remember.
say, but I remember Ultimate her being very irritating, and I just remember her being very one of those like she needs Alucard needs the Dracula's female character. That's how it kind of struck me in the original.
I think what Hellsing
know.
is that whole brotherhood treatment is that the initial one is okay, but then you got Ultimate, which is a far better version of it. Which that's probably the more definitive
I
version
think
to
they
go with.
cleaned up all this stuff,
Yeah,
and then when they
Ultimate
came out with
is-
Ultimate,
Yeah.
Yeah, Ultimate is so much
'Cause
better.
I think
It's
they
an
even realized
amazing-
I don't remember the regular Hellsing that much, to be honest. Like I don't remember her character.
Yeah,
But in Ultimate, I know she was like
She was a badass.
fucking psychotic, ferocious as hell.
Actually,
like, she was amazing.
yeah.
She was like she's on like one of my list as one of the more badass female characters. Like she's just
Yeah, I
she's-
agree.
yeah,
And she, like I said, Ultimate fixed that. But I did not like her in the first one because they made her she stood no purpose other than to be the arm candy for Alucard. And it's the Dracula phenomenon. The Dracula always has to have that romantic love interest.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
that's what she was in the first one. And then the Ultimate, like I said, and like y'all said, it just fixed kind of everything. It corrected how it should be. And that's why if you look up Hellsing, you can't even find images of the first one.
No,
Like because it's just
Ultimate.
like
because
that's
that
all
one was what
people remember. That one
2000
was so much better.
2000s, man. That shit's old.
Mhm.
Another character. It was just this is probably more. This is going towards they're not annoying, but they do things that are annoying. More mainstream is like Ida from My Hero.
You don't
He-
like?
I don't.
there's
No,
nothing
I
annoying
like
about
Ida. I like Ida, but every now and again he like after like the whole his thing with his brother, he does this arm thing way more than he ever should, and it's like, dude, I need you to stop this
running
every
motion?
now and again. Like I say, I don't hate him. It's just that there are like certain quirks people start doing at certain points, and I'm like, that's a little annoying.
I'll admit he's probably of the cast, him and Great Boy are my least favorites.
Mineta.
Yeah,
I don't.
The great kid, he's fucking annoying. Yes, I'll admit that. But Ida just has
I
that
do
one
not like
quirk.
Just pervy as fuck. And he's bringing the electric dude with him.
Okay, I like that extra dude. I can't
There's a
remember his fucking
weird
name.
dog in My Hero.
A weird dog.
It's like a dog head.
Oh, you talking about the teacher and everything that can't talk?
Yeah, that's weird.
He's only like
Apparently, I'm looking it up now. Apparently, people do not like the invisible chick. I don't
'Cause
really
she's
think
invisible?
she does anything.
she doesn't. She's barely over, so I can't make a opinion of her. Right? I'm
can't
like,
make a-
okay.
yeah, I can't make a-
It's hard.
So,
Yeah, I agree though. I don't think Ida's that fun.
it's not that he's not. I'm okay with him, but it's that quirk that he does now, where he's just way too robotic, doing the fucking hand thing. It's like you need to calm down and go back to like Ida before the whole brother
I think
being
it's hilarious.
fucked
man.
up thing.
It's just hilarious.
But what was the electric dude's name? Actually, I don't see him on here. That's weird. Oh, it's
So-
Dinky. His name is Dinky? Dinky. Or something. It's spelled
Well, that
DNKI.
They created him to be hated.
Oh, that's his first name, but his because we go by our last name, so his name's Kaminari. That's what we more know him by.
So, a character that I really just don't like, in general, is
Who's that Pokemon?
Nina from Code Geass. And she's the nerdy green-haired glasses who's like super smart, who just loses
Wait.
her shit.
Oh,
don't
I
remember.
was about to put her on that list because she's I she's the one had like a crush on Euphemia.
Yeah. And
Oh
then,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
what's his face took her, and she just fucking lost her shit.
Suzaku took her.
And-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
fucking didn't like her.
like it just went downhill. She's every time something happens, she has a mental breakdown. She screams
She's fucking
and
insane.
makes weapons of mass destruction to fucking kill everybody. And I'm like, can you calm the fuck down.
I do agree with you on that one. I fucking don't like
I
that
am
character.
literally looking at pictures of this lady, and I don't remember her at all.
There's
I blanked this character out in my
so
mind when I
there.
was
Probably
His
coaching.
thing.
for
I always
emotional
remember.
distress.
I always remember these one or two scenes with fucked up characters. Like Nina, she has two scenes that I remember where she freaked the fuck out and goes berserk shit crazy. And there's another version
Yeah.
where she pretty much masturbates to Euphemia. I'm like, okay, this I didn't need to see
Yeah,
this.
no, the bitch is nuts.
Which I'll be
There's
honest,
something wrong with her.
with Code Geass, it's not. I wasn't gonna put him on my list, but he did one thing, and it was Lelouch where he gets Euphemia killed. I'm like, oh, you bastard! I fucking hate him for that. Like, I'm like, but he's not annoying because of it,
Yeah.
because it serves a story plot. But
I didn't like Suzaku
I
because he
really?
was. I mean, like I understand his character. I think me personally, I just never really liked the full, um, the military aspect, I guess, of it. Like for him, because I'm like, bro, you grew up in the same crappy. Like for most characters, it's fine, but I think for Suzaku, I'm like, bro, you grew up in. How you think running the shit from the inside is gonna help you? It's not gonna work.
But granted, you got those people
His
with that
ideology
mindset.
was just
So
fucked.
it was. I think it was like the same thing they tried to do with I think they did to a very lesser extent, like in Death Note. Not Death, but they had Suzaku who thought he'd change it from the inside. Then you had Lelouch, which was like completely tear it
The
down.
outside.
It was two different points of views for it. So I'm like, I understand why they went there, and I think it,
Mm.
for the most part, it works because at the end it kind of. Lelouch was just better at it. He was more like strategic and everything about it. He was way smarter than
Yeah,
Suzaku.
Suzaku was just like a follower. That's all he was.
Like, but
So like his plan, and I think that's what I hated about him. His plan was never gonna work because he was only a follower. He was never going to lead anything.
I don't hate Suzaku because I think he went the only way. Like he knew how to approach things. He worked with what he knew how to do, and for the most part, I like his character because he was like the only Japanese person in Britannia who actually made the army and everything. So you can't.
Yeah.
I don't say I'm not saying his plan was good. Like I don't think it would have worked overall.
That's just the,
But-
like I didn't say I hate. Like it was just, like
It's
that part of it. Like that part of his personality was just very irritating for me.
I don't hate Suzaku. He's one. Actually, I like him, and he's actually my second favorite character after Lelouch.
The only other anime I think we've watched we have watched is Akame ga Kill, and I didn't like Siryu Ubiquitous, which is the chick with the little bear.
Oh, fuck her. I don't like her because she killed the glasses chick.
She killed her, and I'm like,
but-
you bastard.
She
She played a psychotic role really well.
there was what was the I'm trying to remember her fucking name. Akame's sister Ayame, whatever, that killed Chelsea.
Oh yeah,
That I didn't like that. I don't hate the character. I just hate that she killed her. I'm like, God damn it.
I didn't like Ceres because the chick was nuts. Every time you thought she was gone, she'd come back with more gun hands and feet.
Yeah,
and whatever the
she
fuck
did
else was
not
happening.
die. She never fucking died until the end.
That bitch died.
That
Why
was
are you still alive? Like, I mean, like, dude, you have no body. Like, you're dead.
you know, fucking-
But she was the only one from that show there. I was like, eh.
let's see. I don't
that
think
show's pretty strong, so it's kind of hard to.
Did-
say I don't like.
did
anyone.
both of y'all
I mean,
watch ReZero?
I've not seen it. No.
No, okay, never mind.
I don't think I ever finished it.
The only character I have on here that we haven't mentioned is and this is the last one on my list, is Alois in Black Butler. I don't know if Shazad did y'all watch Black Butler?
I didn't.
I've watched parts of it, but it's not.
Alois is in season 2, and he has a weird obsession with Seal or whatever, Cecil, whatever the fuck his name
The
is.
main character, I think, is Seal.
Yeah, not because the only people that watch Black Butler is because Sebastian's a badass, but but he is like obsessed with it, and to a point that like he's one of those irritating obsession characters.
What was his name?
That's where his arc. Alois, I believe, is Alois.
I'm trying to see if I find this character. He's in season 2, right?
Yeah. This is the last one.
Oh, I
have
see
on
him.
there.
Oh, isn't he like the other rich kid or whatever?
Yeah, so he is like a copycat of Seal, or fuck his name. I don't know how to say these people's names. That's the most irritating thing about Black Butler. But Tracy, I think, is his last name. But so that is his purpose in the anime, is to be obsessed and then die. It's like that's it.
Well, at least he
And
dies.
so yeah, but I think there's like a plot line where like a family member of his died or something, and that's why he's obsessed with Seal, and that's why he's pretending to like him and stuff and wants to be like him because he's just getting close enough to kill him or something.
Okay.
And I think like the plot ends up being that Sebastian did it, and not to spoil too much, but not that you'll even fucking remember by the time we get to it. And
Oh, I won't
promise
remember.
you'll hate this. Yeah, but even if you watch season 2 of this anime, you'll be like, I fucking hate this, because I think season 2 of Black Butler is the weakest. Season 1's really good, and then this stuff is shit.
So
apparently it's just a solo thing because y'all
I
barely remember.
I do have a few more characters, but these are like animes that y'all probably haven't watched. But
Yeah.
Go for it.
I know
Go
one
for it. Shoot it out there.
Shazad's watches in Black Clover, and again, this character is annoying. She just has quirks I don't like, and it's Noelle. And the only reason I don't like her is because she does this royalty thing. I'm just like, bitch, I will fucking slap you if you say this royalty thing one more time. It's the only quirk of hers I don't like.
Didn't you initially, when you watched Black Clover, not like the
Actually,
main
I
guy,
didn't like
blonde
Asuka.
guy?
I didn't like Asuka at first, but the more I watched him, I'm like,
See?
okay, I'm okay with Asuka. He's fine.
It's fucking amazing.
He's actually really good. But granted, my favorite character is still Yuno. I like Yuno more over Asuka.
I like Asuka.
So, which
I think I just relate to Asuka more.
I've already to Yuno more, but I like Yuno because he's just more quiet. And I'm like, all right, I wish he had more screen time, but nope.
Is that going to be a big anime? You think, or you think that's
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna
It's
be
definitely gonna get to like 300 to 400 episodes. I feel like because it's already on like 150, 160,
I think it's 160.
something like that. So
it's
it's like
ongoing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And season 4 comes
They've
out
got a
next
lot
year, I
left.
believe. It's really good, but no, Noelle's. I like Noelle because she has two. She
Maybe
has two
250.
big scenes, or actually like 2 or 3 scenes where I'm like, dude, that's a pretty bad. Like she's pretty badass, but
her power progression is amazing.
yeah, it's fucking awesome. Like the
I
last,
fucking hate her family.
her family, her brother gets better. Like especially like towards the end of this
After
season.
a certain part, yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. But like
But
at the beginning, I didn't like them. I didn't like the younger two. Or
yeah, they're the
older
pieces of
than
shit.
her. Yeah, those bastards.
But I just don't like this one part in the well where she does this I'm royalty thing. That's the only thing I don't like about her. I'm like, if you
At the
stop
beginning,
that,
it irritated me, but I think after a certain point, it just became like a running joke for her
but that's the thing.
because you know damn well she doesn't give a damn about.
I know that. I know like she doesn't naturally think that, but because like again, it's one of those running gags. Which the more they do it, the less funny it gets to me. Especially
true.
when you start knowing like her inner monologue and thoughts. I'm like, just stop doing this one thing, and you will be an amazing character. Just stop it. That's all I want. I'm like, she wouldn't even. I wouldn't even talk about her on this list at all if she just didn't do that one. It's like those small quirks some anime characters do, like Ida with the arm, her saying royalty. I'm just like, this is just real stupid. But
Was that the only one?
I know Bass has watched Future Diaries. Well, I'm not sure how well he remembers that one.
Not very much.
So it's the pink hair chick, like the main pink hair chick, that she's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Don't like
that's
her.
a weird
She's
one.
just fucking crazy. I don't like.
That's part of the reason that anime is forgettable. I think it's because of her.
It's not. A lot of people like talk about the anime too, or like communities talk about the anime, but I'm like, it's not a great anime. It's just meh. I don't care. But the other animes I have on my list,
it's
not good.
that is one of them. That is one of the animes that you watch, and by the time you finish it, you forgot what you watched. You know, it's that it just doesn't really connect ever.
Yeah.
Just doesn't really hit the same way some animes would, and it's okay. I mean, I probably wouldn't tell somebody don't watch it. It's just kind of meh.
It's a
Like you
decent
said,
enough
it's an
watch.
average.
It's a yes.
entertaining.
But no, I don't like her. She's just fucking crazy, and it doesn't. There are certain points when it's interesting with her, but it's just whatever with her. Besides that, the only other anime character I have on my list is somebody from Tower of God, which I don't want because talking about this character is like more of a spoiler, and I think
Then don't do it.
Yeah, I'm about to
it's gonna
say,
be on my, it's on
but-
my list to watch.
But like, if you've watched Tower of God, you're gonna immediately. You're not even gonna immediately know the character I'm talking about, but this character becomes annoying. Apparently like this character rivals the stupid character from Rising the Shield Hero on like most hated.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
uh, so yeah, be ready for that.
I don't know if I can do it again. I don't know if I can do it again.
But it's no. But the if I have to recommend, I have to recommend y'all like 2 animes, 3 animes at this point. Like watch, um, what the hell was it? Demon Slayer. There's no character I find annoying in that anime. Watch Promise Neverland. Still good anime. And there's actually a character I have from Fire Force, but because I don't, it's not even a spoiler. It's just like quirks again that I find annoying on the character. But besides that, that's actually my list. I don't have anyone else that's really like I fucking hate.
I think. I mean, we could go into more detail about like the main animes have probably the most characters that are irritating. Just
yeah.
there's so many characters, and I mean, like I said, we could dedicate a whole episode on just One Piece and shit.
Actually, speaking of One Piece, there was one. I've got a couple more left, but I forgot about One Piece's most hate. I hate this person because of what happened to it, but I hate Blackbeard.
Oh yeah, that is,
Oh,
no
yeah.
fuck yes, that's true. Fuck. Actually, not even Black is Blackbeard, and who the fuck is the general?
And the magma dude who
That-
can apparently
that
burn through
motherfucker.
fire. Like what the
I don't
fuck?
like the dude who has the gas everywhere.
The guy,
Um,
the dude from Impale Down. No, that's poison.
whoever
I don't know. And that one guy.
He
I don't
was
like the general with the lightning because he always picking his nose. Like, bro, can you fucking 3-star general? Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
that just sounds like a One Piece character.
Have you not seen like the beginning of our thing to start streaming? It's just
It's fine with their little kids. The dude just irritates the shit out of me. And he's also retarded. I think he's like super stupid.
Probably.
So Blackbeard, and I don't know if you actually the other ones I think I already told you about. Yahiko from Kenshin.
oh yeah,
Mm,
kids
We
annoying
already
as shit.
talked about Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter.
Did we didn't talk about him?
I don't think we did.
Oh, we did it
no.
before we started the show, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
Kurapika. I hated him because he was stupid. I also hated him too.
I didn't find
It's
Kurapika.
fucking-
He was fine.
It was everything was. Oh no, I'm the best, or I must do this for blah blah blah.
But
And I'm
for his
like, "You're not
clan,
even
like-
dude, like go away, go away. I mean, like the last thing I saw with him was like was also kind of creepy. Was him just in front of a jar full of red eyes, and I understand, but
the
man, that was
context
kinda
of it,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, bro? Weren't you supposed to bury all these?
Was he
I
supposed to?
don't
I don't
like
think.
that he didn't show up to help Gon.
I didn't like
hate.
that
Oh no,
either.
he didn't. No, that was a piece of shit.
Gon was like in the hospital or something.
Yeah, didn't even
And
show up to the fucking.
Yeah, that was
hospital.
a bitch of move, man. Like,
that's so stupid.
Wasn't a fan
like,
of him.
They must have done that intentionally to piss people off because I can't imagine why else he'd be there.
it was
'cause he
supposed to. It was
he on a
supposed to
mission
lead
with
up.
Mob.
It's also supposed to lead up to the next arc, which we haven't gotten in like the last 9 years.
Yeah, if they ever start that anime again, I guarantee you he is going to be a villain character in the future. I feel like that's what they're building to. I mean, he already was kind of villainous.
I don't think they bet him being a villain. I think because the
I think
next
he was a revenger.
Yeah,
I think
he's-
like, he
he's-
just really went into that revenging mode, and
he's like
corrupted
same
him a
thing like
little bit.
fucking Sasuke. He just went about revenge. That's all he went on about. That's
Yeah,
his whole.
there's nothing else
Sasuke-
to his
He is
point.
the Sasuke of Hunter x Hunter, I guess. But
that's true.
So
The other ones I had were 2 others, and I don't know if you guys actually watched Legend of Legend of Korra.
I've seen parts of it, so I'm not a fan
And-
of it.
Korra, and I think the reason this, and I don't even blame Korra like in the anime herself, but like the writing for her was just bad because in the original Avatar we had one main villain,
Yeah,
and every season was like a character development. Where for Korra it was every season was a new enemy, and she had to relearn the lesson that she learned in the previous fucking anime. So it's just like,
that's just
are you
bad
never gonna
writing.
fucking learn this anime? I mean, this lesson, like for the love of God, lady.
That's just
And
bad
she always kept
writing.
getting mad at Aang's kids, and I'm like, I'm gonna slap you.
the first
then-
Avatar is so well developed that nobody is really that irritating, except for
Yeah.
maybe the uncle.
Uncle
not
Uriel?
Uncle.
Uriel?
No, the guy that's at the beginning with Fire Nation. He just kind of disappears after a while.
No,
He's
he,
the- I
bro,
think
he is not annoying. That dude's
uncle.
fucking amazing.
Uncle
Iroh.
Iroh?
Not Iroh. I'm not talking about Iroh. It's the dude that he's with at the start. He fights him at some point to try and gain leadership.
What?
Oh, the guy who got swallowed up by the giant fish in the ice place.
Yeah, that's one way to. Yeah.
We meet him again in Korra.
Who the fuck is this?
The general, whatever
He
that
is
was
related, but I don't remember how
he
he's
was
related.
he was the general that kept following Zuko around.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
At a certain point, like he kept trying to take Zuko's.
Yeah, for the life of me, I can't remember his name, but
I can't
that's
remember.
I'm about to find him now at this point.
But you remember who he is? He got swallowed into the sea by the fish spirit because he tried to kill the fishes.
Yeah,
and
okay, I
take
know
the
that
moon.
is.
Yeah, he was an irritating character. I found him to be irritating.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't find Iroh irritating.
Iroh.
Yeah, Iroh.
For the love of God, man, say it right. Put some respect on his name.
He's one of the best characters in there. So. Yeah, no.
Alibaba from Magi was irritating as hell.
Fuck Magi in general.
I actually didn't mind it. I like the Sinbad arc more when they were showing him.
The fact that his name is Alibaba is also annoying.
Maybe that's why I hate Magi is because of Alibaba. But I mean, I don't like him.
I hated Alibaba. Every time Alibaba oh no, he just started crying.
Actually,
I'm like, can you get the fuck up, bro?
I just realized the one character I didn't point out is I don't fucking like Kirito from SAO.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, Kirito is not great.
He's a fucking.
I do like SAO, but I just don't like. Yeah, Kirito's
he's fucking annoying.
Development flaws.
I'm surprised I didn't think about that character for a minute.
Basically, the entire fairy arc is.
That's a piece of shit.
The characters are irritating, even the ones that you liked to begin with.
Yeah.
So because that entire arc is just shit. But I mean, Kirito, yeah, Gun Gale is my favorite arc of all of them, but I hate Kirito specifically in Gun Gale because he doesn't bother me too much in season 1, but that Gun Gale arc, he became that kind of weird middle ground, maybe a male, maybe a female, which by itself doesn't bother me. He's just, I'm going to use a lightsaber in a gun thing.
I didn't like the.
They wanted him to use a sword.
I wasn't a fan of the villain, to be honest.
Weird elf dude.
Death Bullet or whatever.
No, that. Oh, you didn't like. Oh,
no, both of them. In Gun Gale, I didn't like Death Bullet dude and fairy weirdo.
Yeah. That fairy guy though is intentional. Again, that's a character that's intentionally
supposed to be a jackass.
And
the last one, I don't think. So let me just finish this and my list is done.
You're good.
You guys haven't actually watched Baki, I don't think. It's a Netflix one, and Muhammad Ali Jr. is the one that pissed me off. He was fine up until the end. And
is that the weird CGI one?
I just like fighting animes, like martial arts, really good in my opinion. But they show Muhammad Ali and Muhammad in the show, and they kind of like talk about their like boxing and fighting style, which is like really cool. But Muhammad Ali Jr. was fucking irritating because he talked about like how strong he was and how he mastered his like father's like type of karate, like jujitsu type stuff.
Why would somebody dare to try and make a Muhammad Ali? That's like making a Bruce Lee Jr. character in an anime.
Yeah, they fucked it up.
Like that's automatically would be pissed off about that. Yeah. You know, like wow.
They even had Muhammad Ali in the fucking anime.
Oh, that.
But I was just not happy with that one, and I was like, fine.
There's some people you just don't touch.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be touching those characters. Like, no,
that's my list. I'm sure there's more, but that's my list for now.
Yeah, again, we could probably go through all of those animes we've talked about.
There are probably like more minor characters like I could have touched on, but like I want more characters like I think are like more integral to like the actual story sometimes. Like there are some minor characters that are just fucking annoying. I can't stand. But
no, there's a lot of those, or they're just like, can you go away already, please? They're like the entire show JoJo. Like it's just the whole show is just full of.
You haven't fucking watched it. You shut your mouth. You haven't watched.
Granted, I hate the memes of JoJo. I haven't watched JoJo itself. I hate the memes of it.
JoJo's awesome.
So I don't know, but I don't think. Let me see if I'm going back through it. Like, is there any character?
One show. I don't know if you guys remember this one, man, but it's called Bobo.
Oh, that entire fucking show is just annoying. Fuck that show.
I just found it and I completely forgot that he fights with his nose hair.
I didn't forget anything about that show. That's the one thing I wish I could forget. I really wish I could. I fucking hate that. That's just horrible.
It's the worst.
Fucking giant yellow afro with fucking nose hairs to fight with a talking sun, like actual solar sun that just talks and follows him around. Fuck that show.
I'm looking at this picture of this show and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's horrible. No. Because I don't remember what it came. It probably came on Toonami. It probably came on something when we was younger.
I don't remember either,
But I remember that stupid show. It's fucking horrible. So
that looks like a show Bassett would like.
What's it called?
Bobo.
What?
Just keep typing BO. You just keep typing BO and BO, and you'll find it eventually.
I don't want to watch this.
It's called Bobo.
This looks like that arc in One Piece where Sanji had to go to the island
of cross-dressers.
The cross-dressing island.
No, that anime is completely shit. Like, no.
That was a terrible anime, man. Oh my god.
Actually, Shazai, you watched it? No, I'm not watching it. I'm never watching that. You've watched this one though, because I think Shazai, you taught. I remember you brought it up. And it's just, I don't think it's not necessarily bad, but it's just annoying. The route it went is Alpha.
Yes.
That's annoying because the first episode was really good. I loved the direction the first episode went, and then it just went downhill. It was so fucking bad.
Really,
after that.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. Dude got like a little weird, but
no, it was bad because like the first episode was like him being a badass, like fucking surviving, but then after that, it just become this harem piece of shit where I'm like, it could have been so much better. I would have been fine with him being a badass, killing everything, but then.
Yeah, his character definitely took like a fucking 180 and just the fuck, bro.
Like I was like, it's the same thing with this. Is why I probably like the character, is because it's the same thing like Shield Hero. Shield. Like you understand why he's like fucking annoyed or whatever, like pissed off. He rightfully so. So I like the way his character went, but the way the story went later was like this could have been better. I would have been more fine if they would have stayed like in the dungeon floors killing shit.
I wonder if it will get better. Like I feel like. Because we've only gotten, like 12 episodes out of that?
13.
13, yeah. So if they're due a second season, I'm sure he's going to life left. I mean, because the same thing happened in She like that, where he was kind of like fucking dick and shit. And then at a certain point, he's like, oh shit, okay. And then he kind of started to change. So I'm sure we'll get something like that.
I don't really need his character to change. I need the story to change a little bit. I need it to be more not wholesome.
I think it was a good pilot season. Like, I think it was good, and it gets you like interested in like what he's doing and how he's doing it. That's a little fucking like the way he like grabs those powers and stuff. But
I'm fine with that.
See, because Shield Hero was what, 24 episodes?
Let's see. I'll have to find it. I think it might have been 24, 25. Yeah, it was a longer one.
Yeah, it was like 2 seasons worth. And I mean, if we only got that many, I think if we get more, we'll get that story development and a little bit of character changing too.
Yeah, we'll see.
I wouldn't knock it off just yet. Wait till season.
I'll watch another season. Like it was enough. I was able to keep watching it. It didn't knock me off to where I didn't like it, but I'm like I thought it could have went in a better direction. That's what annoyed me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't think there's another character that annoys me very much in some other animes.
That's you watch an anime that we haven't that you can.
Not that I can think of. I feel like I've covered it. I mean, I've tried to think of some JoJo characters that were irritating because y'all haven't seen that. But I mean, there are irritating characters in JoJo who are intentionally irritating, so it's kind of hard to really be like, oh yeah, that person sucks. But really, they're literally written in JoJo because JoJo's basically a parody anime. So it's kind of hard to say for certain, like, oh yeah, that person is complete garbage, but well, yeah, they're made to be garbage because they're a parody of characters in anime. So it's, I mean, I don't like the chick with the backpack in Blood Lad.
That fucking great.
But I mean, the first one I could think of off the top of my head is
so
I don't like Hercule.
I just remembered one.
Oh yeah, I don't like
fucking
that.
Aaron from Attack on Titan.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, he's rough.
I need to rewatch that one because there's not many animes that I watch. I pretty much will watch anything except for anything with like mech related part. I feel like I need to give Attack on Titan one more chance. and start that shit over. Because I don't remember it for the most part.
Yeah, that's a hard. I don't think beyond season 1 it was that compelling anymore. It kind of fell because it was very gimmicky to the start, and that's why you go to a convention and everybody, and their
Everyone.
mother is literally dressed up as that, and it's like I said, it was pretty gimmicky at season 1, and
I feel like
after a
Tokyo
while-
Ghoul had somebody, but I
the
can't
fucking
remember.
main dude, Kaneki, he's fucking annoying.
You think so? I mean,
I think I
like
found him
his
annoying.
evil half.
Yeah, but then he stops being that like after what the Route A arc, whatever the fuck it was called.
I don't know, man, because I didn't get past the first episode of season 2 because I was so goddamn confused.
Wait, I thought you got past season because wait, hold on. I thought season 2 was
No.
when his friend died at the end of it.
Okay, then season 3.
Yeah, because I'm like season 3 is where it kind of got stupid.
I was
that
like,
was
what
Route
the
A.
fuck is happening? I
Actually,
thought I entered the wrong anime for a first second. I don't think this is right.
actually, no character I remember like from the night is Kurabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. That motherfucker was annoying.
Really?
I found him annoying because I don't know, back in then, like he was pretty much more over the top and everything.
He was he had to be though. I mean, because clearly Yusuke was over the top too. I mean, they were fucking almost the same.
But Grant, I
different
don't know why
hairstyles.
Yusuke was a lot more likable, but Kurabara Kurabara was just loud. He was really
Kuro was a
fucking
nice
loud.
Guy. He was a loud, nice guy, where Yusuke was the quiet, nice guy. They tried to be tough, but they really weren't bad.
Yeah, which
Well,
don't get me wrong. I
Yusuke
don't.
was, 'cause he threw an egg into the fire, and it definitely became a.
Yeah, it
I
did
don't
become
know.
a fucking demon. So, but I don't dislike Kurabara, but he was actually annoying to me in that anime.
I didn't like the Teragugo brothers, the fuck were their names?
I know their fucking names, but now when you start saying shit fucked, I'm like, God damn it. I have to think about it now. Shit, it's
The
gonna.
little one. I didn't like the little brother.
Damn it, I know how to. I can't pronounce how to pronounce their fucking name. Damn it, Shizai. Taguro brothers.
There we go. The Teragugo brothers. I didn't like the little tiny.
I remember.
They weren't annoying or anything. He was just fucking weird looking.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Granted, he turned into a fucking sword and shield and shit randomly. So
Yeah, but he was fucking weird, man. It was fucking.
actually,
weird.
that was the smaller one was the bigger brother too. I remember that.
Yeah, the older brother. I didn't like the way we had one guy who looked like the Terminator, and then one guy who he was supposed to be his parrot or something. I don't know, man. It was just weird. Wasn't a fan.
Besides that, I'm trying to think. There's no other like character that stands out as annoying to me so much.
I'm sure there are. I'm sure like this anime list. I'm gonna come up with
Well,
one.
it's also because
Yeah,
I
well,
don't want to bring some animes up that y'all
Oh.
haven't watched as well.
As soon as we're logged off, I'll remember about 28 of them. So that's probably because that's how that works.
Did you have any from Assassination?
From Assassination
Same.
Classroom.
I didn't really like any of the characters in Assassin. I liked the teacher. I mean, that's
Professor Bitch?
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't think there was really any redeeming characters in I like the adults in Assassination Classroom.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
When we watched that Pokemon movie, Ale Hooper Ring, pretty.
Oh, that fucking thing. Oh my god, I blocked that out.
Dare you?
I fucking
You
blocked
have
that movie out.
offended- You have offended thy.
Fuck that Pokemon.
Metal.
Fuck that damn thing. I can't believe y'all made me watch that shit.
Never been so
What do
upset.
you mean we watched that shit? We didn't make you do anything, first of all.
No, y'all made me watch that stupid fucking movie. It was fucking horrible.
It was a pizza and drinking night, so that's what happens.
Clearly.
Oh, fucking anime. That
Ale
shit's-
Hooper Ring. Like, can you say anything else?
I thought that was one of the best characters.
We've established that you have no good taste, Bassett.
The best of all time.
Jesus
Terrible. It was a
fuck.
terrible everything about it was terrible. We have to watch all the movies, by the way.
I'm not watching all the movies, man. There's some
Come
movies.
on,
It starts
man.
getting.
I wonder. I mean, there's bound to be good ones. There's so many
There-
Pokemon movies.
I'm sure they're good ones, but
conversation. on
there's
this one, but
there's just so many. Like, actually, let's say real quick.
Just Dragon Ball Z movies and Pokemon
Okay,
movies.
I don't want to
not
watch all the
Pokemon,
Dragon Ball Z movies because there are definitely a lot of bad
One
ones in
Piece.
that.
There's a bunch of One Piece movies too.
I might watch the One Piece movies. Those probably are better than the Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z movies.
just
Weren't
just
they?
thinking about Ala Hooper Ring, I'm just like, I can't even imagine. I remember the ones I remember: Mewtwo, Mewtwo Strikes Back,
I remember the Entei movie.
yeah,
In
that
Suicune
one.
one. That's,
I don't know if I don't remember that one.
let's see.
And then I remember
There
I
are
remember the
22
Entei. I liked the
movies.
Entei one.
Looks like there are 22 movies.
for
Hooper
Pokemon.
Ring. Yeah, I think so. There's probably like more. I think maybe like 25 now. But on this list, there are 22 right now. The
That should
Hooper
be easy to
Ring.
get through. That's only like an hour and a half long.
It's still like 22 hours, bro. 25 probably.
That's easy, man. We got this. We got this.
Also, I don't want to watch anyone with that new art style from Alola. I don't want to watch any one of those because that art style is gonna piss me off.
I think what pisses me off is the fact that you know what? There's an annoying character, Coconut Tree Executor.
Is that just more of
Not
an
a fan.
annoying design rather than the character?
Not exactly sure. Coconut
didn't-
Tree Executor.
The dragon
Yeah.
form of a
Dragon
Executor.
Executor.
Where he has a
Oh,
long
that
neck.
must be one of the ones I didn't really watch. Or
No, it's
Like-
it's
You
was
know
that
if
like a
you've seen
Sun and
him.
Moon or X and Y? Because I didn't do those.
it
That's
was in
Alola.
Alola. Yeah.
So I don't
You've
know,
had
I
to
don't
see
know
the
what
memes
version of that
for
one
it.
was, but
Yeah,
trust me, you've had to have seen the memes for. It's a long neck Executor.
but it's real.
Yeah.
It's not fake. It's a dragon Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
And
a
I'm
fish
I
like,
and
what the
disagree.
fuck?
I think that's a genius idea, actually.
Again, we've established you have no taste, Bassett.
Zero. Fucking terrible.
The worse they can make it, the better off I'll be.
All your Pokemon will be disfigured and shit.
No, Bassett would not be the very best.
Bassett would be the only trainer who's like, come get the disfigured badge. What? I don't want that.
No, there are actually like 22 movies. That's the most they have.
Yeah, we can get through 22 movies, man. Come on.
The last one, I think it was this one right here, 2018's Pokemon.
Technically, there's only 21. We don't have to rewatch.
I've heard
I think
mixed things about.
I don't know that there's many redeeming characters in Pokemon in general.
No, they're not. They're all idiots.
No, we
Except-
got 900 fucking
I
Pokemon
think
and not
it's-
as.
I think the only
Legit,
exception,
Pokemon itself that are the best thing.
from what I know from like the few episodes I saw of it on TV, was the season for X and Y was pretty good because Ash was actually competent and actually did well in that season, and also wasn't drawn weird.
We know for a fact that Pokemon comes out with way better games, but Digimon has a way better show.
Oh yeah, hands down for that.
And we also know that for some reason, I saw this new meme that's come out. I don't know if it's new or something, but they were showing like the comparison between Pokemon and Digimon. It's like Pokemon cat, 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 and Digimon is Velociraptor super. No, it's like a cat, a Velociraptor, and a fridge with a machine gun. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Now,
Because none of their evolutions make sense. You're just like, how did we get here? Like, what was it? Agumon turns into Metal Greymon, and then he turns into. If he gets angry one day, he just becomes decaying skull, fucking graveyard.
Black
whatever thing it
Greymon.
is.
Black Greymon, something
Yeah,
like that.
the fuck is this shit?
I like Digimon. That was actually good. I do. That anime was actually really good.
I mean, I do think that Pokemon is running out of ideas. That's why they have penguins with an ice cube on their head.
You leave that guy alone.
No, you leave Ala Hoopering alone.
I don't know. You say
Ice Cube Penguin did nothing to you.
I think we discussed this in a Pokemon discussion that they're. I don't know if there's so much running out of ideas, but because the original like 151 Pokemon weren't very original either. Like if you look at them, they're as much as I love
really
the
weren't.
original ones, they're not unique either.
Yeah, but they're original because they're the first. That's what makes them. I mean, of course they're gonna base them off of animals. It's just Digimon just was like, I don't know.
That's the thing, but that's the thing because
Dinosaurs.
but I'm saying that
You know?
because you can't. I wouldn't criticize the new versions of Pokemon because now you think they're not original and they're still based off of animals. But so was like the original 151 based off animals and objects too. So
I think what I think is that they probably select a number. It's almost always 150 or just 100 more. And I think they select a number and then they have to make that many of them. They have to come up with that many designs. And some of them are probably just, okay, here's one. And then others are probably like the legendaries are always very creative and cool looking. And then they have like, here's, I don't know, this one's shaped like a poop emoji. It's Some of them are very, very clever, cool designs. They almost always focus on the starters. Those are almost always pretty cool to look at. I'm not a big fan of the new gen with like a bunny and stuff, but I mean, I get that some people might be cool with it. But and then other ones, like I said, they're just here's a block on a crab.
I can't, like I said, I can't ever judge the new Pokemon because again, this it's not particularly my generation, so I'm not looking at it with very objective eyes. But for the most part, I can understand why the Pokemon for those each generation is different. And I won't ever say that they're not unique for this part. Like some of them are going to be more unique than others, but I won't ever be like, oh, it's not as good as the original 151. Like, no, that's not true. That's completely untrue. They're not good for me personally, probably because those are the ones I grew up with.
Well, I'm not even saying that the new ones are better or worse than the original 150. I mean, the one, like you said, some of those aren't that original either. Here's a cat with a coin on its head. That's not very clever. And then you have something like Charizard. Really, Charizard's just a dragon, but he's still badass because he's a dragon.
He's technically
the
just
more
a fire
I think about
lizard.
it,
Yeah,
I don't think any of them
4'8" fire lizard.
I'm trying to think. I don't think any of the Pokemon original 151 are unique, except for maybe Mewtwo, because all of them are based off of animals or bugs. Like none of them.
Mew.
Pikachu is pretty unique because
he's a
no one
fucking
knows
mouse.
Actually, what he is? No, nobody knows what he is.
Actually, I think they showed it. He's an electric sea slug.
Okay.
There you go. I actually think Gen 2 has probably some of the most clever designs.
They also had the
'cause
Misa mount. That's probably because they only had like 70 added to that one.
I think they only. What was it like? It went from 150 to 250 or something.
They barely added any new ones in that one. Yeah.
But like those starters are so cool, and Raikou, Entei, and those dogs are so badass. And I mean, those are probably.
They definitely took more thought into season 2.
Yeah, I actually I like the third one too because I like the Ruby and Sapphire stuff.
The third one has some unique ones.
Really cool. But yeah, I think Gen 1. I agree. I don't think those are necessarily the most clever designs that anyone could create. But I mean, it was the first time they've done it, so it makes sense they would draw from some like realistic influence. But now it's just, I guess we'll make a taco, but it has a face.
Everyone likes tacos with faces.
Yeah.
So, any other annoying character think of?
Nope. No, I'm thinking.
Or are you guys annoying charactered out?
I think we've covered about as many as possible that we can. And
I'm sure at some point the more anime we watch, we'll get more on that list. But
yeah,
I think those are the top ones for now.
I think we're done then.
So.
Yep, that was my alarm. So that was it. that was the thing. Well, thanks everybody for watching. For anyone who did, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed us.
Friday again will be Power Rangers and another anime.
Yep.
Join us Friday on Twitch. We'll be watching some Power Rangers. If you're on Twitch right now, well then just hang on till Friday.
Also, if you want to, put in the comments
stop
below.
Watching until Friday.
Yeah, don't actually log off until get back on.
And if you want to, in the comments below, tell me your annoying anime characters, and we'll tell you why you're wrong.
Yep. Only our list matters. Thank you.
Later.